here is some additional stuff from our Tipp City visit. And first we're going to look at creating a QR code for your reviews. So first thing you need to do is get your review link. So the way I do it is I search for myself, Future Ready Consulting. And so here is it's my Google Business Profile settings, okay? But you have to be logged in as you, the entity that manages your Google Business Profile. So if you're in your personal account and you search for yourself, you're going to get your actual business profile. If you are logged in as the email that runs your business profile, then you'll get the dashboard here. So then you're going to say ask for reviews. Thank you. And you're going to copy the link. So this is your review link that you can send out in email and however you collect reviews. But I'm just going to copy it. Okay. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to put that link. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'll do that. So I'm going to paste that link into my browser now. But here's the catch. Oh, it's not a catch, it worked. But anyway, all right, so now you'll see up here in this up here is the extension that I was talking about. It's called QR code generator. And I can show you how to install it in a second if you're not familiar with extensions. So you click that, and that is the QR code. Now, you'll see that that link is a lot longer than the one I had. So what I usually do is I go in here and I replace it. You can put any link in here now and it'll make a QR code for it. So now I just paste my review link in there to be sure that, because I know that's my review link. So I put it in that box just to be sure it's the right link. And so now here's the QR code.
Is that called free QR code generator?
Yep.
Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Are they the ones that they do away with your QR code if you don't hit it every so often?
I'm not aware of that. I can't answer that. So now you have your QR code and you can hit download and it'll download to your computer and you have it for as long as you need it. You just keep putting it up wherever you need it. Now, I do recommend you test it on a regular basis, once a month, once every quarter. Just put a reminder on your Google Calendar and just test it so that somebody didn't take it down or do something, because there has to be that connection.
I think they throw it away, because I had one that was a year old and I couldn't get into it.
Okay. So test it. If it breaks and it doesn't work anymore, all you need to do is create a new one and go.
And you can use this generator for other things, not just the review list.
Anything you want.
A web page,
You can make it jump to a
social
picture.
media.
So if you look at our nosy neighbor posters that we have around downtown, they have the QR code on them, and if they scan it, it takes them directly to buy tickets. And so, I mean, I generate QR code.
Do you use a different generator?
I use a couple different ones depending on which computer I'm working on.
Okay. So there's a lot of them out there. You may find one you like better. I've not had trouble with this one. The other thing is this, if you look at this and the one you clicked earlier, they're different. So even though it has the same destination, it's going to keep generating a new QR code every time I put it in there. So don't freak out if you're like, wait, that doesn't look like the one I did last week. They might look different. They go to the same length. Okay, so that's all you need to do that, and then put that up all over. And again, test it on a regular basis. Even testing it may keep it alive because it says, oh, somebody's looking at it. Somebody's looking at it. You can print it as well. There's a print up here in the upper corner. You can print it. I've not played with this. Supposedly, you can do a high res with a logo and all that. You probably have to pay, I don't know, or ads. But I just don't get into all that mess.
It's pretty cool to put your logo.
Yeah, you can put your logo and colors and all that.
It's really cool.
It just depends.
Put your initials in there.
So now how do you, yeah, you could. How do you do extensions? I'm sure there's a faster way, but I just put in Chrome extensions. So you go to your extensions, Chrome extension store. It's the Chrome web store. So they have somewhat looked at these extensions. They don't want a huge spamming extension in their store. That doesn't mean people don't get things in there. And you can search for QR code generator. It's coming up first before I even type anything else in. But you can type in, and you're probably going to find so many.
What does Authenticator do? Is that a secondary? Oh, it was on the previous page.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even see.
You were using.
What?
So I have to use an authenticator to log into our
Okay.
Stripe account, and what it does is it generates 6 numbers
Yeah.
that I have to put in when I'm logging in.
So it's just a secondary password.
Yes.
basically.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know what
That
that
changes
is.
every 60
But
seconds.
does that build it for you for each different thing? That was my question. I mean, I know what it does. It would report into it because everything should be secondary or at least third. You get it, but getting that generator is the key.
Yeah, I don't. You'd have to.
Didn't come up on mine. That's why I asked.
I can go back in a second and look. But so when you're evaluating extensions for Google, look at the reviews, how many, and what the stars are, just like you would a restaurant. So the one I chose is not only featured by Google, it's 4.9. It has 4.1 thousand downloads or reviews. So that's why I picked it. This one, the one below it, has 4.6, which isn't terrible, but there's only 16 people that have reviewed it. So I'm like, I don't know. So I generally try to go for the really popular ones because in general, somebody would have figured out there's bad stuff happening before it got to that many downloads. And you just install it and you are good to go. Now let's go back and see. I don't know what you saw that
Bottom left corner.
here. Yeah, it's just an authenticator.
Well, that's a Google generator.
That's another feature, but it's 3.8, so I would go read the reviews. I don't know. So that's how you can get a nice QR code for your review. So that's pretty sweet. All right, are we interested in AI at all? The commenter online was, but if you all are not, we can do something different. What are you interested in?
How to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've already proven that it'll break a Chia or a checkout or whatever it's called. They got the pictures. It's already broke that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not pushing or promoting necessarily AI. AI's been around since probably the 40s, and it's what Amazon does in the 1940s. It's what Amazon does to ask you if you want to shop at these things. It's what Google uses to serve you up ads. So it's been around longer than most people understand. The reason why it's now hitting mainstream and everybody's having the debate is because it has now just become accessible. So before it took a room twice this size with a bunch of servers and computers. Who could afford that? Only, big business or government or something like that could afford that. And so they ran the AI systems. It has become now more mainstream and accessible to the average person to the point of free. So now people who normally wouldn't have been able to afford or access that can now access it. That is really why it has really hit the mainstream, and now it's a big discussion. So, but it has been around a lot longer than people think. It didn't just pop up the other day. They've had the whole chess matches and all of that with AI. So I look at it as, can I use this as a tool to help me in my business? I can. So that is what I look at it for. And the way I look at it, it's different from search. So search goes and looks up websites, data that's out there and ranks it the most probable thing you're looking for. AI takes a prompt and gives you information based on things that have been fed to it and it's trained on. So I use AI. Is there a repeatable process that millions of people have done before me? Create an agenda for a meeting about XYZ. Well, if that's been done millions of times, why should I sit here and hurt my head and get a headache when it's going to suggest an agenda for whatever? I'm just going to go throw that in there. Example I recommend that you can use if you're having trouble putting a good description on for your business on your Google business profile. We can start with a basic one, create a Google business profile description for a business. Anyone want to use their business? That kills trash pickup. That I kind of want to kill mosquitoes. Can we do that? That treats for mosquitoes. Oh, then I got to spell mosquito though.
Close enough. It'll correct yourself.
It will. All right. So if you're looking at a blank page anymore these days for more than 5 minutes, just hop in here just to get some suggestions.
So you're talking about artificial intelligence versus an algorithm.
Well,
algorithms did the chess moves. Artificial intelligence learns from the algorithm.
okay. All right. So it says, sure, I'll do that for you. She left. This is good stuff. This first option emphasizes effectiveness. Say goodbye to itchy bites. Our professional mosquito treatments eliminate those annoying pests, letting you enjoy your yard in peace. That's pretty good, right? Focusing on safety, reclaim your outdoor space with safe and eco-conscious mosquito treatments. We protect your family and the environment. Highlighting convenience, relax while handling the mosquitoes. Enjoy a bite-free. Oh, seriously, come on now. That was rude. Hassle-free mosquito control services. Keep it short. Include keywords. So it even found keywords for this business. And consider adding something like get a free quote today. So they're suggesting adding a call to action. These are all good starts. Would I just copy and paste? No, I would start with this, throw in the business name, throw in something that may differentiate my mosquito business from the one down the road. So I would throw in more and some additional things, but this is a great start. The other thing that's nice about Gemini is it has drafts.
How's the plagiarism?
Well, it's depending upon how it can appear plagiarized if it's done it for a bunch of other people. So that's why I would alter it. I would not keep it verbatim. So that's draft 1. Draft 2 has some other ones. Ditch the itch. And then number 3 has some other ones as well. So you could always get 3 drafts generally with Gemini. ChatGPT doesn't do that. The other thing I like about Gemini is you can actually double check the response through Google search. So as you were talking about, you missed your taglines. Ditch the itch.
Yeah.
You like that one? So you can double check your responses with Google search.
Get the itch out of your ditch.
Okay.
There you go. He edited that one.
Standing water, yes.
All right, so this isn't a good one to do the check, but it will check for other websites that have said the same thing or done some of that. So I like this because I can do a search. AI can have hallucinations. So for example, can't we all? For example, I had it look for 5 famous female business women quotes. It gave me 5. It actually mismatched one of the women with the business quote. I was like, really? You could have made me look like an idiot. But I did a Google search and it said, I can't find this anywhere on the web. Well, if you can't find anywhere on the web where that woman said that, then that's probably a hallucination. So when you're dealing with facts and figures, double check the facts and figures. If you're dealing with, I just need to start because I'm staring at a blank page and it's a process someone's done over and over and over, then I would get it to start with this and then edit it. Some other cool things it can do. Prepare a business plan for a mosquito.
Flow chart also, right? Flow chart.
Yeah, it can do some. It's doing more and more every day, and you can do generation of tables.
Structure.
Yeah,
Do PowerPoints with it?
it's getting there.
Figure out how to do it well.
It's getting there with PowerPoints. It'll do a slide at a time
Through
at this
Google,
point.
what's Google's PowerPoint?
Slides.
Slides. It'll help you through slides.
So now I'm saying prepare a business plan for a mosquito treatment business.
More like shapes and different things, suggestions.
So here's a business plan for a mosquito treatment business, an overview, a mission statement. So it's giving you the pieces and parts that you need to include in the business plan. It's not giving you specifics. You can put websites in and ask it to analyze, look at the website. Again, there's drafts for this, so you can look at the different drafts. You can directly share and export to Gmail or to Docs. My partner likes if she has to write a snarky email and she knows she shouldn't do it, she puts a prompt in to say, take this email and make it sound nicer, and then shoots out.
Every day, every email.
And then she's like, oh, that's better, and she places that
But
in.
it
And
also
puts it.
can change things like simple, like reversing the sentence for you to make it flow better,
Yes.
which is really nice. And that's what I use it for, not necessarily the snarky ones. Although you get upset with some.
I don't know. You seem familiar with that.
Yeah, but it really floods it fast.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
You can use it. It's actually in Google Docs now. In the workspace area, you can actually. It'll edit. It starts suggesting edits, make it more concise. Now, how do you do a good prompt? Well, so any kind of ChatGPT or Gemini, you need a good prompt. So that it likes context. So you say stuff like act as a business developer and create a concise. The more detail, garbage in, garbage out. So you don't put much in, you're not going to get much out. But if you give it context, how many words you want, what kind of tone, create a, so we could say,
You do a business tone versus a college tone.
right. So but you could even say rewrite the Google business profile description. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Description above with a kid-like tone. It was already kind of
Maybe it'll give you pictures.
superhero style. Buzz off, mosquitoes. We're the mosquito zappers here to make your yard awesome again.
Gotta love it.
No more itchy bites. We make mosquitoes disappear so you can play outside all day. Ready for campouts and backyard fun? We chase away the pesky bugs. Now use a formal tone. Restore the tranquility to your outdoor spaces. Our expert mosquito control services provide lasting relief from these bothersome pests.
I like buzz off better.
Yeah, I did too. Liked it way better. And the graphics you could use would have
That's
been.
all the brand, so you want to stick also to your brand.
Yes.
Business.
Yes, absolutely. So you want to maybe
You can key your motto in.
you can put your website as well as your tagline in and say utilize this. If you have a keyword list you always use for your business, you could just put that in there. So the more information you give it, the better. I'm trying to remember. There's a website. Just give me 1 second. I know what it is. If you go to aimind.so, there's so many AI tools out there that frankly suck, but I've really gone through a lot of them and I try to just tell you the good ones. So AI Mind is free. It's a prompt generator. So this is not the answer to what you're asking. This is how to ask the question better. So if we do that and say, write a Google, sorry, I have to keep writing this, Google business profile, description for a mosquito business. All right, and then say generate prompt. Oh, I already have an account. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, anyway, it'll give you a prompt like this long, and you copy that prompt and put it into ChatGPT or Gemini, and you'll get a much better answer out. Much better. So if you're having trouble deciding the prompt to write, and notice the preset is general, but you can do friendly, beginner, simple, and jargon-free. So you can actually give it some, there's an academic and a fun. So that's giving you the prompt to then put in the AI later. So there's so much that you can do with that to just make your load a little lighter and not stare at a blank page too long. Of course, if you don't want your personal information out there, don't put it in here because it's going somewhere and being saved. There's templates. It will summarize a website. It will summarize a PDF. It'll summarize a YouTube video. So if you're like, that sounds like a really interesting video, but I don't have time to waste to watch it, then put the URL in there and say summarize this video. Boom. It'll give you the key points. And you move on with your day. Or you may go watch it then.
That's a Gemini.
Either one will do that. I don't know if ChatGPT will do that.
I haven't used it.
So questions about this and how you can use it. It'll also read to you, or so you don't have, like if there's accessibility issues, you can actually have it read to you, which is nice. You can have it write scripts for you. I want to do a YouTube video about.
You can have that just slide into a generator and speak it for you.
You could, and create a little head for you too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it can generate scripts. It can generate an email to get a review. You can have it generate an email to ask for a Google review. That's really not enough detail. I would add about your business and stuff. Would you mind sharing your experience? Thank you for choosing us for your recent mosquito treatment. We hope you're enjoying your bite-free yard. This is good stuff. Well, I left it in the same chat. Yeah. Thank you for choosing your recent mosquito treatment. We hope you're enjoying. Okay, if you have a moment, would you mind leaving us a quick review on Google? Your feedback helps. Here's the link, and then it tells you, put your link here. Thank you for your support, and then you sign it. So
I would add to that first one, don't let me bug you. Can I get your opinion?
I love that. It has template 2, and it has follow-up after service. So right here, if you're like, I need a comm flow for people I've served, but I just can't come up with anything. Here's your start. Edit it as you need to. And it's good to close an education gap if you're I feel like the solopreneur or the small business owner has to learn so much to run a business. If this can shorten some of that for you until you learn more about that topic, if you don't, communication flows are hard, or if you don't, create.
Like emo, I thought it was a bird.
8 social media posts for this business. If you're like, I can't think of a darn social media post, just ask it for some. It'll even do a whole schedule for you. So here's the image. Get an image of a side-by-side of a mosquito-infested yard versus a peaceful yard. And caption is, kiss those itchy bites goodbye. See the difference our mosquito treatments make. Get your free quote today, and it gives you some hashtags. So here's 8 And I've done this where I've asked for 10 or whatever, and I've only used 4 of them. But that's 4 more social posts than I had when I started. Community engagement. Do a short video showing your treatment process in action. These are things that you're so busy running the day-to-day business, you're like, oh my gosh, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. And you tell your treatment people, can you guys take a video of you doing this next time you go, just real quickly. They might get a charge out of it and think that's funny, and and then you post it. It's a great, I feel like it's a great idea generator when you're focused on a lot of other things for your business. So that is what I use it for. Idea generation when I'm feeling not very creative. Summarizing things for me. Restating things in a different way. Email generation if I'm feeling, again, not very creative.
No offense, but how do you shut your AI off your Google?
You just don't use it.
Prompting me.
What, Gemini's prompting you?
He comes up and says, do you want to start this? Do you want to make this?
Oh, you should be able, are you the administrator of your Gmail domain? Go in there and you can shut it off.
Okay. Well, not in email. In when you flip your screens, even.
Well,
Using Chrome,
so
comes up in the right-hand corner and says, do you want this? Do you want to do this? Do you want to make this primary? Do you want to
I think you can turn off the whole AI for across your Google account in the domain settings, in the account settings,
in the account settings?
admin.google.com. Yeah, if you don't want it, you can turn it off. If you don't, it's in labs. It was in labs. It may be out of labs now. You can talk to either yourself if you're the domain administrator, or you can go to your domain administrator and say, hey, we want this on or we want this off. Could you please do that? What else would you like to see? Anything else?
Marrying the two emails together if you can.
Marrying which two?
Outlook, let's say.
I don't have a URL. You have to ask the person with the Outlook to get the URL of that calendar, and then you add, when it says add calendar, it also says add by URL. You click add by URL and you paste the URL in there.
Okay. I just haven't tried it.
Yeah, you have to do the URL. Outlook is a pain in the rear.
Can you match the calendars at all? Like bring in other calendars from other sources? Like Outlook's calendar, bring it in?
Yeah, you bring them all in and then you turn them on and off.
Oh, I'm using the UL.
Yeah. So some of you are asking about calendars. So here's my calendars. The ones with the checks are turned on. The ones without the checks are turned off. So I don't even know what that was. Basic accounting. I don't even know what that was. But if I turn it on, I'll see the stuff. If I turn it off, I won't see the stuff. It's down in the lower corner here. I don't want to keep this up too long because it's recording and I don't really want my calendar out here. But so you just turn them on and off. So if I turn it off, it disappears. Turn it back on, it comes back. So if you have your personal calendar plus your family calendar plus this and that and the other, you just turn the ones on that you want to see on, and then you've got it.
Can you lock that so you cannot delete it? Like
Well, it doesn't delete it. It just doesn't show
if
you
you
anymore.
accidentally get rid of a calendar, you go in there and say get rid of calendar, and you like. And
If you delete a Google calendar, it's gone.
Okay.
I
deleted
think.
our personal link. We had 2 personal links. I deleted the wrong one. And it threw out all my wife's appointments. She was a little warm.
I can't.
I didn't know if there was a way of, hey, do you want to do this type thing? Or
I mean, to delete it, it should ask you that. If you just deleted the link, you should be able to add it back.
they deleted off both our computers. Both our.
I think you're going to have to do a dinner for that.
It took more than that.
Yeah.
I think I had to bring roses.
Do you want me to tell her to watch the video about the sharing settings and don't let you have that?
No access.
No access for you.
Well, I'm the controller of it. That was the sad part.
What else? Any other things? I know there's so much, and that was a lot. It's probably a little overwhelming, perhaps. I think we're about out of time, actually. I'm going to stop this recording. So this was a little extra. Make sure whichever one you want to watch, you pick the right one. This was like the bonus material. So I want to end that recording.